Hey everybody, it's Michael Lofmuth. It is Thursday. I'm actually really excited. We got the think tank tonight. We get to dial in and all kind of talk about different ideas and different things going on. On my way up to Phoenix to visit a couple dealerships, and one of the things I'm remembering is when I first became an agent about 7 years ago. And at that time, I was handed an opportunity where I could take over a territory in Georgia. And so I live in Arizona, and there's a little bit of conversation that had to happen at home. I had to talk to my wife about, hey, I have an opportunity, but again, it's across the United States, so we got to kind of figure out if it's something we want to do. So after talking to my wife, about a week or so over it, we basically decided we were going to take this opportunity, packed our car up, put the kids in the back seat, and drove across the country and ended up in Kennesaw, Georgia. I was a rep for all of Mazda. I got to do basically all of the F&I development and training for the Mazda stores in Georgia for a period of time. And in that time, I was also told, hey, we want you to go out and market Georgia. We want you to basically bring on as many accounts as you possibly can. Now, 7 years ago, when I first started as an agent, I basically left the dealership world. I was in the dealership world for about 17 years. This was new. This was a challenge. This is a time in my life where it was like, you're putting everything, all your eggs in one basket. You're going to see to it that it works. And I'm driving up today, and the thought's crossing my mind. I'm thinking about it, and it's that kind of thought process that I look for nowadays. I look for in people, and it's how hungry are you, right? Are you hungry enough that you have to put everything in, you have to give it your all, and it's going to make it or break it, right? I'm going to either do this or I'm going to fail. And you got to have that mentality. You got to show up to work hungry, right? I go into a dealership now, and it's no different, right? I walk in that dealership, and I talk about a mental toolbox that I carry with me all the time, right? I want to be prepared. I want to have the right tool and the right options available for any given scenario. And that's one of the things I practice and I train for all the time with my agency, and I do the same thing with my finance managers. I try to equip them for any scenario that they're going to run into. So one of the things I was thinking about again today is just, when I got started about 7 years ago and walking into my first dealership, it's funny, I'd been in Georgia all of a day. I walked into my first store. I literally had my wife and my kids in the car waiting for me. I walked in there with a binder, a dealer agreement, and a pen. 2 hours later, I walked out, I had a signed dealer. And that's how I started my career 7 years ago. And I appreciate it to this day, the dealership that signed up with me. But anyway, guys, how hungry are you? Make sure you keep that. Make sure you look for it. Make sure that you understand that you have to want it, right? You have to be prepared to do. You have to be prepared to train. You have to be prepared for all of it. But anyway, guys, be prepared. Work hard. Be hungry. Have a great day.